All right, Hugo. It's been a long time, man. Finally got to talk to you. How you feeling, Doug?
I don't know. Already exhausted. Whole thing to set it up was a nightmare.
Oh, yes. See, that part isn't supposed to be talked about.
Well, it's not my fault it is talked about.
Yeah, it's technology's fault, dude.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, just to give everyone a frame of reference, who are you and what do you do, my dude?
I'm an artist, and I draw stuff that shouldn't be drawn. At least for the majority of people that look for art online. Unless they go into shady sites, then I guess I'm your man.
So you're just a degenerate, right? Just like the rest of us.
Yeah. Considering every other person you ask that question, I can't be the weird one and say no.
Yeah. Well, no one's perfect, dude. We're all night creatures. You know, we just act normal. We're like werewolves, dude. We look like humans to everyone that isn't a werewolf, but at night we all look the same. It's kind of like how serial killers, I don't think they meet up every year, but they kind of notice, oh, dude, you collect toes? I collect fingers. That's crazy. Like,
we have so much in common, right?
Yeah, dude, so much in common.
It's like the same end of the stick, just really morbid one, basically.
Dude, I work at a Walmart. You work at a Target. It's crazy, dog. We both chose the same type of stores. Do you pick your victims in the clothes aisle? Nah, I get mine from the soup aisle. Shit, that's crazy. Do you think they find interest in each other's methods?
Well, serial killers?
Yeah, do you think they would, if two of them met each other, they would act like that?
I don't think that's something that happens, because if you'd be a serial killer, your basic survival instinct would be to not get anybody to know what you're doing.
Well, if they're both hunting the same victim, right? So
unless you'd be like trying to kill someone and then it appears that they are serial killers as well, so it's like then maybe you can share your work interests.
It's like the one Spider-Man image where the two Spider-Men are pointing at each other. They're like, "Hey!"
Yeah, that's something like that.
All right, that was amazing. All right, so Hugo, my mans. How did you get the name Hugo? Because personally, whenever I search your name up, I get Hugo the Troll, like the actual little troll, but you also go by that. So did you name yourself after Hugo the Troll? Or is it something different?
Kinda both. I'd say it's part of two things, but the one thing that I want to actually talk about, it's actually kinda stupid.
Okay.
Because I picked the name also from the character. There was actually kids show, I guess, that was in my country. That was like actual little troll thing. People were calling to television and they were playing with their phones. You would press 4 to go turn left or 6 to turn right and stuff like that. There were like many games in that show, and it was actually quite weird. I'm not sure if anywhere else that was something.
Yeah, that's like some ARG interactive reality type of shit. And this is like from when you were a kid, right?
Yeah. I guess I was like 10 or 12 back then. And you had like a guy or two guys, I don't recall clearly. They were hosts of the show, but the main star was that troll mascot, I guess. And it was like his adventures and games. I guess I can say it was like, well, very basic story, because he was like saving his girlfriend or something like that. Well, kind of like Mario.
As most triumphs men have, pussy is involved.
I guess.
So you just kind of adopted it from this show you saw as a kid and a few other reasons. You're like, fuck it sounds cool.
Kinda. I actually never was good with names. I had many nicknames over the years. I was doing lots of stuff. Drawing and not only drawing. I was always trying to pick something to go with, be that Steam account, be that any other game. Like, I always wanted some cool sounding nickname, and I never was able to get one that actually sounds cool. So I guess that's the curse I will never lift.
When can you say that you decided to become an artist? Because obviously everyone draws as a kid, But when did you actually dedicate yourself to drawing?
I guess when I went to the high school. Yeah, because I was never really into... I am not a person that knows what to do with his life. So I was always the, I guess, guy with pencil. I was always drawing some shit in my sketchbook, in my... how do you call this things in school where you write lessons and stuff? I forget.
Oh, like your daily work and your schoolwork?
Yeah. I was drawing some shit on the side.
So you were drawing in your notebook and on your like homework packets.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it's not something that you imagine right now. It wasn't like anything NSFW or anything like that.
Nah, you were drawing like a horsey or some shit, like on your 2+2 math page or something, right?
Yeah, it was like mostly hats or some weird cartoony characters. Nothing too interesting, to be honest.
Have you ever actually drawn Hugo, the troll itself? Like actually drawn the cartoon character?
I tried and never succeeded.
So you stay away from it?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to have like my persona or something, but
there's the copyright and shit.
No. The problem is I wouldn't really know how to get into a cartoony version of myself that wouldn't just look like depressed guy. Not really material for mascots, to be honest.
I just created a cool character. I wanted to look kind of cool and edgy. Like if you look at my profile picture.
Mm-hmm. I must say that your character kind of reminds me of the one I was using to draw back in the day. It was also wearing like a turtleneck that was basically coloring the nose, so really high, and kind of like square anime glasses that are always white. Stuff like that.
So you say you have trouble like creating yourself. Why don't you're using this picture in Discord? I think it kind of fits you well. You know, why not create a character with the same vibes as the one you have in Discord?
You mean like my random fat evil bureaucrat guy from Harley Quinn show? I don't.
Yeah.
Think,
why don't you make a
think
character like him?
Because he wouldn't be likable at all, and people would just like look at it and okay, so this guy makes.
Nah, you could have him be like the leader of a corporation that has like a portal to hell. That's why you have a succubus and shit. And he's just like, God, we need more Luna shit.
We need more money. Our furnaces
Someone open the portal.
Grow.
Get Luna.
No, you see, I wouldn't like to have like kind of a character that's supposed to be me, and it would be like evil fat guy. No,
I guess
I don't think that's a good idea to go with.
I'm just saying you got to have something that you personally identify with. I identify with being edgy. If you look at my character, we can both agree he's pretty edgy looking.
Yeah, it does look edgy.
So if you just got to find something, I guess you personally like, and then go with it from there.
Yeah, but I like to. Well, you know, one of the avatars I was using for a long time was Luzamin from Pokemon, with holding the cup with the sign "Best Mom." So I guess that was the one I was using for some time.
Yeah. See, I think most artists, especially ones that draw porn or they're NSFW artists, they make an OC. They don't make an avatar.
Yeah, I guess.
There's some that do have it both. It's their OC and their avatar. There's a few that come to mind. There's that one. I think I forget the exact name of the person. I think it's on the tip of my tongue. But they have this like emo goth girl with like a pink stripe in her hair, and she's a Fuda.
She's like very muscular and like brownish, I guess.
Nah, she's pale. Here, I think I have a image of her on my computer. 1 second. But yeah, so it just depends. It's like artist to artist and person to person. Because I wanted to become a YouTuber before I even started drawing. So I wanted a cool looking outfit that set me apart. So that's why my avatar just has a decent design, right? And then you have people that just have an OC. They just want to create it like a character, right? And then there's some OCs that are just like My Little Pony character with like 14 fucking colors. And then there are some that are actually interesting and cool to look at.
Yeah, I think that the people that have like OC from the My Little Pony and stuff like that are kind of living in the past. Can't let go.
To be fair, you can do decent stuff with it. It's just you have to.
You have to kind of deal with the stigma, I think. More like you need to have people get over with it that it's ponies and stuff. Not everyone will accept it or like it. Which is weird considering the thriving furry community that is basically dead.
The artist's name is Afrobull, and this is what I'm talking about. So, like, Afrobull uses... This is, like, I guess one of their OCs. But they use it kind of as their avatar as well. So that's another case of, like, a person using a character both as, like, a way to represent themselves and as their own personal character.
I think I'm following them, but I don't really recall the exact pictures I liked from them right now.
They have a lot. They have some good Ryuko Matoi ones from stuff.
Kill la Kill.
Yes. Wow, I said stuff and you immediately... Okay. You're like, it's Kill la Kill, get it right, damn it! It's the fucking best anime ever!
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's pretty cool.
So, when did you decide to draw NSFW, more adult, pornographic, sexual type of stuff? Like, when did that actually start? Like, was it a moment? Was it just over time? Did you hit puberty and say titties? Like, how did you start?
Well, I never really was good with drawing women, actually. It was always my bane. I was trying to get better with it over time. But basically, I went with the whole, I guess, account first on FA, I think. I started with it because there was basically no content I would like. It was very scarce and I couldn't find anything that I would really enjoy. And it was basically going through DeviantArt every day and looking on few more pages, and it was like always nothing. Okay, that's cool. Oh, but it gets really gross. Oh, okay. So it was basically a necessity to do something myself, otherwise I wouldn't get anything I would like. Well, now I think the whole community is way more lively than it was like 3-4 years ago. Or maybe I just got access to better sources, I'm not sure. Either way, I was basically never really going with the NSFW stuff to begin with. I just wanted to do whole clean slate stuff, but then I was just like, I like other stuff too. I might mix it in, add some stuff. But basically it all went downhill, if I may call it like that, because of the commissions I was getting. Well, I get corrupted by my patrons, if you may say so.
Yeah, you gotta shout out to Hugo's Patreons. Anything you would like to say to your audience?
No, not my Patreons right now. My commissioners.
So you kind of slowly got into drawing more lewd stuff just as time went on. You were like, I don't want to, fuck it, I don't care.
Over time you get better with drawing, so you also want to do stuff that's more challenging, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing some better anatomy and stuff like that. I'm not saying I'm really good at it, because I mostly do the sequences that are quick loot ideas I wanted to make happen. And also there's one thing that you need to know about drawing loots.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing nude character is easier than drawing the one that's clothed, because you don't need to draw clothes.
Yeah, but if you suck at anatomy, clothing hides a lot of your imperfections.
Indeed, but then you also need to work on very lots of details, like belts and armor and weird dresses, jackets, weapons, other stuff.
Do you have a favorite fetish you like to draw the most, or something outside of fetish, or just anything you particularly like to draw? You're like, I like drawing soda. Like, just is there something that you really like drawing? Soda cans are the shit.
Well, it depends if it's, do you mean the fetishy stuff or more like overall stuff I like to draw?
Both. So, like, what's your favorite fetish or your thing to draw, and then what's something that you like to draw? Like, a kind of a two-parter, if they're the same thing.
Alright. I guess from the more moody things, it's kind of complex because sometimes I just get different moods. I mean, we both know what I draw the most, but it's not really that I just like to draw only that. But it's easier to find inspirations in the real life, let's just say. Because there is photographs and stuff like that. And let's say I'd like some golf girls from time to time. I like some really slutty blondes of course. Demon girls. Some fox girls, stuff like that.
Yeah. Gotta get the animu in
slimes, yeah. Monster girls overall, it's a very nice thing to have.
So you don't have anything you like to draw in particular besides certain types of girls? Do you have
yeah, it's the normal
like
things.
Cars?
No. That's strict no. I never was into the cars thing. Like, every boy must like cars. I don't see the thing with it.
I drew dragons when I was a kid. That's all I fucking drew. It's just nothing but dragons.
I not good with drawing dragons.
No.
I do like dragons, but I don't really draw dragons.
Draw a snake, give it bigger teeth, give it wings, arms, and legs. There you go. You got a dragon.
No, you get more like a wyvern, or more like a Chinese dragon in this case, because the
that's a type
snake
of dragon.
has...
Yeah, there's Western dragons. Wyverns are
specific kind of dragon.
Yeah, the difference between a wyvern and a dragon is a dragon has arms and wings. A wyvern has a winged arm and legs.
You know, people will probably want to hang me for it, but I think wyverns look cooler than dragons.
Yeah, they have like that. Well, wyverns are more realistic because we don't have any animal that can fly. Normally, their wings and their hand are together unless they're an insect. Because I don't think there's any mammals that just have wings on their back. Normally, their wings they're also their hands. You know, like most birds.
Or bats.
You know. Yeah.
I just think that wyverns look cool with in Skyrim. That it's good thing to bring up. When they land and like cover the land with their the wings, it looks.
And then it folds inwards. Yeah.
Yeah, it really looks cool. I mean, I like overall dragons. That's not the thing that I draw, though.
Okay.
I like drawing basically heroes if I can. I drawn a lot of Spider-Mans in my life, and some Batmans.
Have you drawn some spider moons and some Batmans in the recent days?
Recently, I've been too busy with other stuff, but.
Fuck that other stuff, dude. Follow your dreams. Draw a dragon Spider-Man. Do it. Do it now.
Nah. You know, I would love to actually have my own, like, comic and game, but just it's extreme lots of work.
See, that's why you just need to find like a rich kid from like Baldonia or some shit, and just have him bankroll a comic for you. Just become friends with. They give him like as many things as he wants. He'd be like, okay, we're drawing for you today, and then the rest of the week you live off of him or some shit, or just make a Patreon about a visual novel. No, let me tell you, this is the great thing. This is how you're gonna make money. All right, so you make a Patreon about a visual novel game. Right? And you make it very promising and very interesting, but you update it so slowly, and you make all the tiers a lot of money, and then people want to see the game finished, so they keep paying you. And then you can just live off of it forever, because there's 14 fucking people that do that currently.
Oh, and I think you forget about making the Yandere simulator thing. That can work too.
Fuck Yandere dev. Alright?
I agree.
Fuck him.
The guy is...
My boy
trash.
Grimhelm finished Alien Quest Eve in 4 years by himself. That is a game he coded, I assumed, animated, drew, storyboarded, all that shit. gave power-ups, cool stuff, all by himself, and with his patrons, right? And you're trying to tell me that you can't play a game or finish a 3D game, which is a lot less work, especially when the assets you use are very simple and stylized, because of fucking emails?
I'm forgetting that this guy is basically stealing everything.
Yeah, he does. I don't know why he's even like... He's one of those people, he's like a dictator that just people are like, he's got some good points.
Nah, he's just basically tricking kids and edgy teens into giving him money.
Yeah. Do you want to see your fucking wife who slit the throat of another schoolgirl? Then give me 10 grand. And I'm just like, stop. I apologize for how close I got. I just needed that on the recording.
Well, if you were asking what I draw, well, I draw lots of fan arts if I'm not drawing anything for the projects I do. Well, the fan arts I mentioned are just like sketches I have in my sketchbook and stuff like that.
That's cool. You can take a picture of them later if you want. If not, I just cut this part out.
I have something stupid like crossover of The Mask and Venom, for example.
Oh, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah, it's basically all about their teeth. Because Venom has that giant grin and Mask also has one.
So it would be like some you ever seen that Mask from I think it was Courage the Cowardly Dog when he puts on the mask, he's like, oh, booga, booga, booga.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Right? And then the head's like super big. That'd be terrifying because it would be green and also black. Or how did you fuse the... That's... Okay, we gotta talk about this later.
So you just put the black, like, heavy shadow and use it as a heavy shadow. So it's basically green, but it's just only the light that's bouncing off.
Because one of my my personal fusions in the same vein as that is not necessarily Venom, but just a symbiote from like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or Marvel Comic Universe, just a symbiote mixed with a xenomorph.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? There's no MCU symbiotes.
Yeah, there are. Venom.
No, Venom isn't in the MCU.
I said comic as well, so you don't gotta...
MCU isn't comic, it's Marvel Cinematic
Dude, Universe. I swear I saw Thor's hammer for a single pixel on a single frame. That means he's in the movie. What do you do while you're drawing, my dude? Or, as Fantor likes to say, drawing. Because I add an L to it, and it's just the way I speak, and people make fun of me for it. What do you do while you draw?
I have like 2 modes. Maybe more like 3 modes.
Modes? Oh yeah, you're a robot. I forgot.
Yes, I am. So one mode is like I just run some podcasts in the background, or I listen to some music. Usually, I have just one extremely long playlist on my YouTube that I just start, and it can run for like hours. Well, depends what I'm into, what mood I'm into at the moment. Second mode is when I'm completely like a psychopath, that I sit in the silence and just draw like a machine, actually. And the third mode is when I just sit in front of my PC and I'm getting hornier and hornier, basically.
That's what Fantor says a lot. He's like, he'll draw something and be like, fuck, I'm getting horny. I'm like, you don't gotta share that with us, man. I'm like, oh, we're just like, okay, good for you. He's like, I mean, like, I'm rock solid. Like, he just keeps going into details.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go into details.
That's fine. Well, that begs the question then. You can cut this out if you want to. Do you touch the meef to your own artwork?
I think most of us do.
Well, that's not what I asked. I asked if you do. Answer the question, man.
That was the answer. If
it's insufficient
for you, that's your problem.
Well, you're on the record saying, well, most of us do in a manner that suggests that you do, but you're not admitting it. I'm correct? Right? You're not going to give exact words.
Well, that's the way to do it. You don't say.
Listen,
everything.
we're just going to call a spade a spade. That's you admitting. I understand. That's all I need. All right.
If you say so, man. I don't care.
Oh, I'm just crazy. It's fine. Have you ever had a commission that you've rejected? If so, there's more than one. You can list them off. Any in particular that come to mind. Wonder Bread.
No, I didn't have the pleasure of meeting the infamous bread guy. I think I had some commissions that I rejected, but I don't really recall what was the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was most likely something that was just having the man and woman. I just don't like to do men turning into women and stuff like that. Not
Also, just people fucking.
Nah, I didn't got any. Just hey, it's Hugo. Let's make him draw some vanilla sex.
I want to see Bugs Bunny with overalls on, dicking down Dora the Explorer in an anime Naruto outfit.
Didn't get anything weird as that, but I actually got some weird commissions that I kinda regret not turning down.
Oh, would you like to say those or no? That's cool if you don't.
Let's just say anything that has to do with Samus at this moment is just my no.
Ooh,
no
I know
from
exactly what you're talking about then.
Yeah.
It's the Dark Samus one, right?
Wrong.
Really? The other Samus one?
The other one.
Oof. That's a big oof.
Dark Samus is just a sketch, though, and the problem with that one is not the subject, but the leakage problem that I got with it.
Yeah, when people leak your art.
Not really fan of that.
Yeah. That's why people on Patreon, they do this. Well, it's always just with anything, if you get big enough, it's gonna be leaked. You just gotta be a respectable enough artist and have cool enough of a shit, I guess.
Or
so
just
people
be
don't.
The community that is so small that some people would just be desperate enough to do it. Even though, man, my prices are extremely low. It's like $1 to just get access to everything, basically.
Are you familiar? This is off the record, because I don't like telling people about this website because I despise it. Are you familiar with?
Yeah. That's where my stuff got basically uploaded.
Because you know how they do it, right?
I don't know, but I don't care at this point.
Okay. Oh, do you want me to tell you? Because it's kind of interesting how they do it.
Go ahead.
They subscribe to your Patreon. So, literally, that's all it is. Their thing is just, hey, we can give you other people's art. So what they do is they just subscribe to, the $1 tier to, as many Patreons as possible, and they make it free to the public. So, basically, you can say, hey, can I support each individual artist? And, not even just artists, YouTuber, game developer, Instagram model, shit like that. Just any Patreon. So, if you support, they will add more patrons. So it's like, hey, can I pay $1 to every single artist or just $1 to? Because all they got to do is just, subscribe to your $1 tier and they can show your stuff as much as they want because you specifically haven't made it against the rules. Unless you have, then you can get their stuff taken down. But then your own Patreons will just eventually leak it. That's why delayed releases generally help people out instead of just Patreon only, What are your hobbies outside of art, my dude?
That would be basically movies, cartoons, and tabletop RPGs.
Like D&Dorno?
Like D&D, Warhammer, Call of Cthulhu. No, fantasy roleplay.
Okay.
I also want to play 40k, but I haven't had time to read through book. Also, I would like to play Pathfinder at some moment, Force and Destiny, Vampire the Masquerade, Deadlands. I'm saying this in this way because I actually have all the books, and I just want to run it at some point.
Yeah, you're just looking at your shelf to your right, like, I got this book, that book, this book.
Yes, with only difference being I'm looking at my left.
Alright. Well, how the fuck did you know I was pointing to my right? What? No! Hold up. What?
No, I have my books on the shelf on my left. So
No, I was pointing to the right when I said that, and you said the difference for me is that I'm pointing to the left. How the fuck did you know I was pointing to the right?
No. I guess we just misunderstood each other.
No, I had a very creeped out moment. That's what just happened. Fucking telepath.
Well, don't trust every piece of tech you have on your own.
Motherfucker, there's no cameras pointing towards me. The ones that are taped down.
That's what all they think.
Fuck you. Alright.
Nah.
Alright, so next question. Well, I got grit on you just as much as you got grit on me, dog. Anyway. What's your favorite food?
The one I master making myself. It took me a few months to master Thai chicken curry. And you know why? Because I didn't know that I need to use the fish sauce to make it taste right.
You're just like, this doesn't fucking taste right.
Yeah, I was like trying to make it taste good, and it was like, okay, that tastes just like curry, but nothing like Thai version of it. And it was like, fuck, what I'm doing wrong? And I was like going through all the recipes I got in my language, and it was like nothing, zero. And then I was just like, maybe I'll try the one in English. The one missing ingredient was right there. And just like that, it was made, and it was okay. Well, more even than okay. I would really like that dish.
I'm similar. I'm a jack of all trades, but I never am good at any one thing. I feel like I spread myself too thin in life. Because I spent like 6 months trying to learn how to bake bread. I got like a sourdough starter in my fridge and shit. You know?
Yeah, I get it. I kind of do it like you. I have similar problem.
Like I'm a YouTuber. I'm an artist. I edit. So like I'm an editor. I can Photoshop.
Yeah,
I work at an ice cream place. I'm a baker. I'm a chef. I'm a fucking counselor. Like I have friends that come to me with their problems and I talk them down from shit. Like I am legit like 7 different careers.
Well, I actually run through lots of low-end jobs in my career. Didn't last too long in any of them, but talking about things that I would like to master and have never time or will to do. I have like 6 instruments in my wardrobe, basically.
I want to learn how to play the flute. Joke's on you, gamer. I can play the flute while I play the drums, and I'm guitaring with my feet. I got a harmonica up my ass, so when I fart, it gives an extra oomph to the song.
I think you should try to beat the Dark Souls with that setup. Especially the harmonica part.
Have you seen a harmonica up the ass for the fart buttons? Yeah, that's how they get to roll. They have to push a shit out at the fart to be able to dodge roll.
I don't know. I'm more disgusted with whatever.
Oh my god. You've seen the guy that beat Sekiro Shadows Die Twice completely on Donkey Kong bongos?
No, I haven't seen him. I seen the like fragments of it. I have no idea how they do that.
Yeah, he beat Sekiro on Donkey Kong bongos.
That's the best way to do it.
One of my favorite
Sekiro, Shadows bonk twice.
One of my favorite comments on that video, though, was like, I think it was one of the most hardcore and underrated drumming sessions in history. Because it's like, the man saved the world and he's the drummer. Because traditionally drummers aren't really the cool guy in the band, it's normally the guitarist or the lead singer. Meanwhile, the drummer's like, if it wasn't for me, your song would sound like shit.
Well, if you are really good If you're really good drummer, then you will stand out no matter what. Unless you have like a legendary guitarist in front of you, then you are nothing.
I forget that one guitarist. Hold up. I think I have his name right here.
Like this guy from The Who, or the other one from the... have you seen the Simpsons clip with Homer learning bass guitar?
No, I haven't.
So, basically the premise is he goes into the music shop with Lisa and she is looking for something, I don't really know what. And they instantly spot him as the middle-aged guy that's probably going to spend lots of money because he's too stupid to realize he's getting played, literally. And and one guy comes to him and starts to say how awesome of the bassist he is because he can string one note or whatever. And Raquel, he's saying like, dude, you're like one of the best bassists there are already. When he just like down. You need to check this out. It's actually quite funny, and I've seen actually people that try to recreate his road to glory in learning bass. Do you like bassist players actually?
Yeah, I like just about anything, to be honest.
Have you heard about Davey 504?
No. If
No?
you want to share underrated guitarist, I can share with you a YouTube channel of this like Japanese guy that does heavy metal, like hard rock covers by himself. Nice.
Well, Davey 504 is really not the undiscovered talent, if I may say so. He has like 7 million subscribers at this point or something like that. So, really rather known guy. I really like the 8 or 16-bit covers of some songs. I really wish it was more popular kind of genre, I think, of the covers. You can find really cool ones, and it really sounds cool when you make it sound like it's a old-timey video game. And they also like make little animations with the sprites of the characters, like from JoJo. I think I would drop you some links later, if you'd like.
Okay, sounds cool.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it, to be honest.
No, I was just reading something that was interesting. I got the name wrong, and I'm lucky I stopped myself earlier. You said like no guitarist, unless like most drummers are on equal par to guitarists, right? Like unless the guitarist does something really special. And from Black Sabbath, I think it's Tony Iommi. He lost like I think his like ring finger and his pinky finger, like the tips of both of them in a factory, and he wore like these like leather finger covers. Like little nips on his finger so he could play guitar. But since it was like a different texture, when he played the guitar, it sounded completely different from everyone else playing guitar.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was already really cool. It's like the one, there's another thing that, an attachment you can put on a guitar. I think it's like a vocalizer or something like that. And you get to like speak into your guitar. Are you not familiar with that?
No,
that
no,
insane.
No, but it sounds like you have extremely old guy that doesn't can't do anything basically, and then you make him like a rock star.
Well, no, he did that when he was like 17. He lost 2 fingers. He refused to not.
No. I mean speaking to the guitar to get sounds. I mean like people that are paralyzed or too old to even move from their bed, stuff like that.
Oh no, you still gotta play the guitar.
Ah, okay, that makes it less fun then.
I think it's called a vocalizer.
Alright.
I forget what it's called, but it's like this tube that connects the guitar, and you get to speak into it while you're playing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm off topic anyways. It's fine. So, we've stated that your favorite food is Thai curry.
Not the only one, but the one that I actually am able to make.
The one that you're trying to perfect.
No, I have... I'm already good enough with it. You might be surprised, but I never be able to make the burger the way I really like.
Can I offer you a suggestion on how to make even better Thai curry? Are you adding Thai coconut milk to it?
Thai what?
Thai coconut milk. You can buy canned coconut milk.
Yeah.
And it's used a lot in like Thai cooking.
Yeah, I
And if
added.
you added it to your curry,
Yeah, I
make it
added.
a little creamier.
Yes, this is like the most essential ingredient in this dish.
Have you replaced your white granulated sugar with brown sugar?
Yeah, but sugar isn't really that essential in this dish, in my opinion.
Okay. Have you added honey to it?
Come again?
Honey. Bee vomit.
No,
Have
I
you
haven't.
added bee vomit to it?
That's
Oh,
the
that's-
thing that I would never add.
Well, honey is just bee spit. I got another question, and it's the most important one. Probably the most important one I've asked you all day. It's just a formality, but can you draw me a stick man?
I will do. Draw you. One.
You will draw me a stick man?
Yeah, maybe even something better.
Oh,
As I
awesome.
promised earlier, actually.
No, the video art's one thing. One of my questions I ask every artist is legitimately asking them to draw me a stick man because I want them to prove that they can actually draw.
yeah, that makes sense.
It's
when
just
you
a
don't
joke.
think about it.
All right, man. So I think we have just about everything we need, unless there's anything you wanted to shout out before we go, Hugo. Would you like to shout out your Patreon, Twitter, Discord, anything?
Like every YouTube video that ends with the standard formula.
Shout out to my
formula.
patrons, Wolfman415 and SkylarPony27. If you would like to become part of the Patreon squad,
no,
I'm
something
just,
like that.
I'm just trying to support you as an artist and as a friend. And I'm just trying to say, like, if someone that's watching this video that has no idea who you are, what's the best way for them to find you and support you?
I think that would be actually my Twitter, I think, because there can find some stuff that I made. Honestly, that's not something that I would like to do the rest of my life. I'm doing it because I want people to actually have something. I'm actually quite surprised that people get attached with my characters. That I didn't really put a lot of thinking into. They just kind of appeared and people were starting helping with the ideas, I think. If I could actually give shout out to a few people that I actually appreciate their help, that would for sure will be Larker GG, because that guy actually made possible for me to actually start with Patreon. He actually he helped me a lot how to put it on, what should be there. I really appreciate his help.
Well, shout out to Lurker, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I'd like to give shout out to Daruak. I will never know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
But
that guy.
Yeah, I actually talk with him, not too often, but I really appreciate his help. And he's a really brilliant mind if it comes to designing these scenarios and actually thinking how and why characters would act. I rely on his opinion if I can. He's a writer, and I really believe he does a great job, and he basically wrote a whole encyclopedia of his own universe on FA, if I'm correct.
Big brains.
So I would like to mention him. And I'd like to mention also Fenter, because I
Okay.
really enjoy that guy and I really like to kind of talk with him and do, I don't know, just help him from time to time. Like to get better with the art and stuff like that.
I feel bad sometimes because I'm always asking you guys questions about how to improve my art. And Fencer's just like, listen, I can't help you. I need help myself.
Yeah, that's one thing I would love to have, like the mentor figure, someone that will actually sit at my drawings and say to me like, okay, that's good, but you need to change this and that because this will look better if you do it this way. Like, you know, someone I could rely on. I think everyone dreams about having their own Chinese old master, Uncle Iroh, who tell them what to do, Prince Zuko.
You really need to just focus and hone your skills.
That says nothing. That's just do your work.
I will quote
Basically.
Aristotle then, motherfucker. A friend to everyone is a friend to no one.
I also wanted to mention B-N-Ord, but for a very trivial reason.
Alright.
He's just fun guy. Well, as long as he doesn't just talk about furcats all day. And I have one friend I wanted to keep for the last. It's Sky Speardraw. I also know him for years now, and also try to help him with his art. And I really enjoy seeing him improving over the years.
Dope. Alright, that's everyone?
I think so.
Everything? Alright. Is there anything you would like to say as your closing statement? I know you don't like traps. You want to say fuck traps. What do you want to say as your closing statement?
As a closing statement?
Yeah, like anything before the video ends. Otherwise, I'm just going to say, like, goodbye.
Okay. I hope it will get better for all of us, because this year is really awful. And we need break, and I hope we will eventually become happy.
Thank you again, Hugo, for stopping by the Edge Zone and allowing me 2 hours of your time that will be cut down into probably a 30-minute interview.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, man. It was awesome. Thank you for being.
No problem.